Jump off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa.
Promise you joy in the mystery.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News Radio, home to the Asian Oprah, number one talk in the IE. Thank you very much. AM 1050, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn, Audible, Amazon Music, TeeLive, Rumble, Podchaser, Spreaker, Streaker, and more. Why so many places? Well, I want to maximize my splatter zone for more hope and happiness. So there's no gossip, no scandal, and no K words. That's how I used to say it. No Kardashian talk at all. Although not many people are talking about them. And I don't want to encourage you to talk about anyone except yourself in a positive way. All right, we can talk about others in a positive way too. That's why we don't talk about the headlines, because guess what? The headlines are here to give you the 4A syndrome: angry, anxious, aggravated, and afraid. Instead, I want you to get the big A, which is amazing feeling about life, about yourself. Life is way too short. Time is a non-renewable energy, and I want you to feel good about yourself and about everyone else around you 88% of the time. That's why I have topics and guests, it's Monday, guests to that end, and today is no exception. And it is Monday, which means it's Mental Health Matters Mondays, and our topic for the day is, let's see. It is maintaining our sanity, which is something that I get asked a lot about, pretty much from everyone. I am your cheerleader for more hope and happiness. I'm on a happy 88 mission, 88 million more happy people in the next 8 years. And I continue to do that to balance out all the bad news with good news, because that's my brand. I am very, very grateful, and we'll go right into breakfast, which is, taking a bite of my gratitude sandwich. We do this every weekday morning on the show. And today, because it is Mental Health Matters Mondays, I get to have the studio to myself, with the exception of one interview that I'm going to be bringing you later. I like to bring on people who can give us some tips as well, and that'll be after the break. But I absolutely want you to be happy 88% of the time. So that's why we start the day going like this, which is, what are you grateful for that's outside of yourself? So take a minute. If you're driving in the car, don't take your foot off the gas, but don't also type in to the chat, because I don't want you to be driving and texting or writing or anything like that. But when you get to a safe space, then I want you to participate with me. And I see eyeballs rolling into the studio. Welcome to the show. What am I grateful for? This morning, I am grateful for my turkey was super tender this year. It is usually tender because I use this grape soda recipe that I got from Lucy, my 28-year beautiful manicurist, who has she's kind of like my big sister, and she has this great recipe. And if you want a great manicure, pedicure, go to Tiffany's Nails on Main Street in Seal Beach. She gave me a recipe that guarantees tender turkey, but this year was especially turkey because the white meat was actually as tender as the dark meat. And that's from my older daughter who knows her turkey. So I'm grateful for the tender turkey. I'm also grateful that my kids made it back safely to San Francisco. And I love them so much. And it's always amazing to have them here. Those of you who are my social saw them, and lots of eyeballs on that particular post. Doc Balance on Instagram and Dr. Marissa everywhere else. But the easiest way to find me is just Google, use my assistant Google to put on Asian Oprah, which I'm grateful for too. My honorable moniker, Asian Oprah. Michael Bernard Beckwith, my big brother, he was the one who introduced me to Oprah as the Asian Oprah. And I'm grateful that yesterday he texted and said, today or yesterday, November 30th was the actual anniversary for Agape International Spiritual Center, where I am, where I get to teach my Chinese yoga meditation and be part of that love community. So happy anniversary, dear Agape. Thank you, Big Brother Michael, for answering the call to start that 39 years ago. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary. Do love my Agape, where I get my positive roots watered and my peace of mind fertilized. All right, my last gratitude. Those of you who are having breakfast with me, taking a bite of my gratitude sandwich, my last gratitude is for my bonus papa, my bonus dad, Graham Martin, who turned 96 on Friday. And I had a great time with my sisters and him at the Tepon place, Kobe. If you want good Tepon, that's in Seal Beach. And we had a great time celebrating 96 incredible years. And yes, it was a bittersweet holiday in the sense that we had a great one with Pops, and my bonus mom passed earlier this year. And so it was they'd been married 74 years. It would have been 75 a couple weeks ago. So yeah, but holidays, I tell you all the time that we focus on the things that we remember people whole. We don't remember them in their last hour before they passed on to the other side. We don't remember them in their past year of sickness, but we remember them in the wholeness of who they are and continue to be on the other side. And let's go to the bottom of the bun. Top of the bun is things that we're grateful for outside of ourselves. Thank you for the finger. Someone on the chat, not on the chat, but streaming, just gave me a finger. This one, not the other one, for whatever I just said that tickled their thumb. The bottom of the bun is weight training, y'all. I want you to approve of yourself. Because frankly, my dear, if you can't approve of yourself, how the fork do you expect anyone else to approve of you? And it's Desiree Mulligan. Welcome to the show. I've seen you playing on my Facebook, and I'm glad to have you here this morning. I recall her knitting and still have one of her pieces. Oh, that's for Mom Dolores Martin. And yes, and she's on the other side. Also, my Chinese mom passed as well, 6 weeks after Dolores did this earlier this year. So it's been a year, and then they're both out of discomfort and pain, which I am so grateful for. And they're loving us real strong from the other side, because we didn't lose them. They're just out of their body, but their love and their spirit lives on. And we all come from love, and we all go back into love. So I'm looking forward to connecting with them then, but we can connect with them now. I can feel their love right now, continuing to support me. My 709th working consecutive week on the air. And I'm so, so, so grateful. That would be my bottom of the bun is what do you like about yourself? Today is Mental Health Matters Mondays. The foundation, my BS, my belief system is the foundation of good mental health is the ability to love yourself, care for yourself, soothe yourself, not be so hard on yourself, not be your worst enemy, but be your best friend, not to have perfectionistic ideals about oneself. I'm 88% fabulous. And then 12% of the time I step in it because I'm human and I've stopped wanting to become perfect. And that's such a relief. So, however, I want everyone to focus on what they are good at. Everybody's one of a kind, wonderful. We're all special and unique in our own way, but every one of the 8 billion of us are special and unique in our own way. And I kind of want us to get away from that star-struck kind of, spending more time talking or paying attention to celebs. Nothing against them, but if you notice, all the celebs that have been on my show have had taken their limelight and focused it on temporary areas of darkness, which is what I think if you are in the public eye, something you should be doing. I'm not shitting on you, I kind of did, but that's why I want us to really talk about ourselves the same way we talk about others if we're talking well, and not talk about others in a negative way as well as ourselves 88% of the time. So I appreciate my ability to keep on going. They said this show wouldn't last more than a year because I don't talk about the headlines or politics or anything negative unless there's a solution. And 13.7 years later, I'm still going and going. I didn't check the numbers this morning. I check them once a week only. But the last time I checked, this YouTube TV channel had over 4.2 million impressions. That means there's positive people out there, and we're anchoring the side that is happy. 88% of the time, we choose to be happy. We make a conscious decision to claim our birthright to happiness. And I am so, so appreciative of my ability to keep doing that and practice what I teach most of the time, even though the name of the show is Take My Advice. I'm not using it. But all right, that is the whole breakfast, taking a bite of my gratitude sandwich. Please join me every weekday morning. I'm here live on my YouTube TV channel, and then a week later, I go to my NBC News Radio channel, KCAA, at 8 a.m. drive time. I'm back on my favorite slot. So if you know anybody in the IE especially, you get the strongest signal on AM 1050, FM 106.5, and that goes straight through to iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all of the other great platforms. All right, that's it for breakfast. I promise if you have breakfast with me every weekday morning, you will sandwich your day in the most positive way. Thanks for joining me for breakfast. All right. What are we talking about today? It's rainy days and Mondays. Whoop, wrong song. No rain today. Beautiful day today. It's a little, let's see. It's a little, I don't know if that's marine layer, but I love it when it gets super, looks like you got out of the shower steam. I call it stepping into heaven. But it is a beautiful day in the neighborhood here in Long Beach, California. I get to live, I'm really grateful I get to live overlooking the ocean of abundance. And wherever you are, hopefully you will look out and see what is good. And the topic today is, there it is. The topic today is how to not fuss with my hair. That's 88% this morning. The topic today is, how do we maintain our sanity? Some of you may be saying, I don't have sanity in the first place. We're just going to assume that at one point in your life you felt sane. And, as I like to do, look up definitions, ask my assistant Google, what is the definition of insanity? Or, sorry, sanity. We all know what the definition of insanity, right? Is in the 12-step program. It's doing something. What is it? Doing something the same and expecting different results. I call it insanity going to the tractor for milk. So that is going to people who are not capable of giving you love, and you keep going and keep trying to get love from a tractor and or milk from a tractor. I think in another 12-step program, there's a saying, don't go to the hardware store for bread. However, hardware stores are selling, there's one, my best friend Anne-Marie told me there's peach cobbler at a certain hardware store. So we can't say that. So my version is, don't go to the tractor for milk. Cows give milk, but not tractors. And yet, especially if you're one of the 7 out of 10 of us, which I am, who grew up with childhood trauma, we do have a habit, a non-useful habit, to go to the tractor for milk. And so that's the opposite of sanity. But what is the definition of sanity? Let me pull it up here so you know that I'm not lying to you. Sanity is reasonable and sensible behavior or thinking. Oops. There we go. The ability to think and behave in a way considered to be normal and rational. Yes. So the first thing that comes to mind is there is no such thing as sanity, because common sense is uncommon, and logical thinking is illogical. I'm an organizational psychologist by training. My PhD is in organization psychology. So I get to work with companies. And the number one thing that I do when I do executive coaching is sit down with the C-suite or the director or VP. And inevitably, one of the comments that comes up is, I don't understand. This isn't rocket science, unless when I worked did some consulting at Rockwell. But this isn't, why don't people just follow simple instructions? Why is it so difficult to do what you need to do without all this other stuff, and jealousy and favoritism and conflict and miscommunication and ego? Why can't we just do the work? And my response always is, well, there is one organization where you can work, where that, there is no favoritism, there is no, common sense prevails, logical thinking prevails, and they will say, please tell me, I'll go work there. And I'll say, the cemetery, where there are no people, there are no problems, and there are no there's no insanity. It's all common sense. And then they laugh and they get the point. So that is my comment for sanity. When we say, how do we maintain our sanity? Let's not have the expectation that life is always sane. There's a certain level of insanity that is normal in your life, right? You compliment someone and they take it the wrong way, and they see it as an insult, or they are suspicious that you want something and you just wanted to give them a compliment, or you mean well, your intentions are good. You think that someone would want to know that outfit doesn't look good on them, but then they bite you back and say, how dare you look like crap or whatever it is, or you shouldn't be saying that, look at yourself, or all these ways in which we interact with people. And it's like, I don't understand. That's not common sense. If people just use their common sense, we'd be okay. But what is common sense? We've got so many ways of defining respect, so many ways of defining common sense, so many ways. People go, if we just all live by the golden rule, it would be fine. We would have world peace. No, you wouldn't, because the golden rule says, do unto others as you would have done unto you. But there are people that don't like being hugged, or don't like being complimented, or don't like you patting them on the back. They don't like that, whatever the way they grew up defining respect is not the same as yours. And you can never understand fully how other people feel about where they are, because you didn't have their experiences. You didn't have their upbringing. I'm reminded of, if you haven't watched a Frontline PBS special called Brown Eye, Blue Eyes, or A Class Divided. It's called A Class Divided. It's an excellent portrayal of one of my past guests. Brilliant. Her name is Jane Elliott, and she was the elementary school teacher who, after Dr. King was shot, she decided to teach her students what it's like to have prejudice and discrimination. Little town in Iowa, no one looked different. So she used collars to distinguish people as up or down. And what unfolded was incredibly horrific and incredibly magnificent in the way that it showed you that prejudice and discrimination are taught. We're not born with that skill. We're not born with that trait. And so really good holiday watching with your family, especially if you have children. Jane Elliott's Frontline Divided, Class Divided on Frontline PBS. Actually, you can watch it for free on YouTube now. And I had my kids watch it. I wish that it was required in all schools. If you're a parent and active in your school, you might want to look into that, because it's a great way to balance out what's going on now. And do something that we actually have some control over. I don't like talking about politics, because for the most part, after you voted, we can't change things, right? We voted as we voted. And now you can join organizations that are doing something proactive. That is where I'd like you to spend your energy, but I don't argue on this show for either side, because it does not change anything except maybe the way we feel about that other person. Where was I? I was talking about sanity. I'm talking about your expectations around sanity. So if you can allow for some measure, 12% of the time, things when you mean well and the impact is not well, and people get pissed off at you or get in touch with their piss offedness, is how I say it. Thank you, big brother Michael Bernard Beckwith. Then don't you get piss offedness too, right? Thich Nhat Hanh, beautiful saying. If someone comes and sets your house on fire, resist the urge to chase after them and set their house on fire. Instead, turn around and put out your own fire. So that's my number one tip today for how to maintain sanity is don't poke the animal. Don't talk to someone about anything that you know they disagree with you on. Another way to say it is, I love don't poke the animal. It's one of my favorite things. Don't go there. Don't pick up the rope, right? You can't have a tug of war if you're not pulling against someone or pushing against someone. That's how you maintain sanity is y'all are not stupid, okay? Y'all know, especially during the holidays, someone is going to push your button. They don't have your button out on the outside of your clothes. Don't put your goat out there for them to get your goat. It is simple, not easy. I have to say that sometimes I'm tempted to go there with someone, especially when they're related to me, and I want the best for them. I want them to be happy, and I see so clearly how they are making themselves unhappy, and I gotta say something. No, I don't gotta say something. This will bring some sanity to you that you have not had. I guarantee it. If you keep your mouth shut. Mm. And that's one way to do it. Take a swig of something good for you, not alcohol, not, that 3,000 drink calorie drink. Take a drink. I know that's my one coffee for the day, and I do like creamer. I like coffee with my creamer, but it's only one. But if you can not engage with someone that you know is not going to agree with you, if you don't go back there, if you don't look to them for approval, if you don't look to them for a reaction, I've learned there are some people that they'll never take my side. Why? I don't know, and it's okay. They just feel like they're the ones that to be my devil's advocate. So when I'm not feeling good, or if I have had an experience where I feel put against, or what's that expression? Somebody did something to me, and that's my biggest button. Like, if I did something to you, I deserve you coming at me. But if I've done nothing to you, I don't even know who you are. Social media. Every once in a while, I get that comment on YouTube. And it's like, where is this coming from? I didn't ask you for feedback. I don't even know you. But you know what? If I do what I do and I love what I do, I'm putting myself out there, and people, I'm going to have 88% lovers and 12% haters. That is just the way it is. And so it's my job not to shut the 12% down. Oh my gosh. If you're active on social media, this message is for you. If you're going to post something out there, do not engage with anyone who disagrees with you. They have their right to freedom of speech. You put it out there. But if they disagree with you, I challenge you, and I guarantee you, if you want to maintain your sanity, do not argue with them. Oh, but they need to know what the truth is. They need to know the better way to look at this. They need to know everybody has a right to my opinion. Bullshit talkie. No one has the right to your opinion unless they're paying you for it. That's how I stay good, is that I do not give feedback. Most of the time, at least 88% of the time, I'm working towards 98% of the time. And that's how I maintain my sanity. You want my advice, you got to pay for it. That way, I'm not randomly giving what I think on a random basis or a frequent basis. I promise that rule right there will give you more sanity. Okay. So those of you who don't believe me, just give it a try this week. 1 week, that's your hashtag happy 88 challenge. And if you do it, use that hashtag on your post and say, this is meeting the challenge. This is my belief system. This is my BS. What do you think? And then don't respond if someone disagrees. Instead, if you have to put something, please put, and you can write this down, that's an interesting way of looking for it. That's an interesting way of looking at it. The other response is, let me think about that. That's it. Don't say, I'll be getting back to you. Just say, let me think about that. I didn't think of that. Or even if you haven't thought of that, make them feel special and say, let me think about that. That's an interesting point of view. Okay. So if you can do that, that's your happy 88 challenge. And I promise you that if you do that, you will have at least stayed your level of sanity the same, if not gone up a bit. If you respond and you started it because you posted it, I guarantee you your sanity will be in jeopardy. You'll come down a few points. Okay. A little bit of tough love there too. All right. It's time to take a quick break for news, weather, traffic, and a word from our sponsor. And then we'll be right back with more Take My Advice. I'm Not Using It. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, AM 1050, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, and of course, my YouTube TV channel, where if you free subscribe, you'll get an alert every weekday morning when I go live. When we come back, the first thing I'm going to do, though, is give you some holiday tips with a special guest. She came back this year. She's a veteran TV host. Her name is Christine Palura. She's a lifestyle producer, currently seen on American Trends and Lifestyle. She's best known for her 15-year run on Atlanta and Company, where she spotlighted national trends, celebrity guests, and everyday solutions for busy families. Christine's also hosted shows on HGTV and Turner South, and as a mom of two, she brings a relatable voice to the modern holiday hustle. That's when we come back in 2 and 2. Peace in, peace out, and you'll hear us laugh it up. And that's my favorite sound in life. So please do enjoy her mini interview when we come back. And then we'll come back and talk more about maintaining sanity, especially during the holidays. We'll be right back.
Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And we're back. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show. And Yep. The countdown to the holidays is on. And if you're still trying to wrap up your gift list or get your home holiday ready, you're definitely not alone. Here to help us tackle the season with style is TV host and lifestyle expert Christine Palura. She's back and a former HGTV host and now anchors the nationally syndicated show American Trends and Lifestyle. Please welcome back to my studio, Christine Palura. So good to see you again.
Great to see you. Can you believe that it is the holidays, Thanksgiving? Like, where did the year go?
It went fast. It went very fast, and we must be having a good time, right?
Right. Good. I like that attitude.
Okay. That's what I get paid for. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. What is a good way, Christine, to get ready for the holidays?
Okay. So I am a reformed procrastinator. It took me many, many years to get there. So I have learned that shopping on Christmas Eve is fun if you want to. Not so fun if you have to. So I have started in November. I get my notes app on my phone. I start making my list, ticking it off one by one, because if you have to do something on Christmas Eve, like, you're not going to get a gift that actually is maybe the right gift. And so then it feels like you're wasting money. So be intentional, start early so you can really be thoughtful and make those gifts extra special. That's what I say.
That sounds good. You know, Christine, I've always wanted to be a procrastinator, but I never got around to
Good
it.
for you.
There was a joke punch there.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. It's been a
That's
long
okay.
morning.
It's early. It's
That
early
was
for me.
good. That was good.
Do you have a suggestion to elevate the holiday season?
I'm going to use that one. Yes, I do. And you're going to love it. Okay. Because it brings back nostalgia. How about right here? Lindor. So simple, so special. Melt into those holiday moments with family and friends with Lindor. Sharing bliss is really as simple as getting down grandma's beautiful candy bowl and letting your guests discover the magic inside every truffle. Luxurious Lindor truffles. We know them. We love them. They add that festive touch, that beautiful holiday packaging, not to mention just their chocolatey goodness. So you really feel so special, like the holidays are here. And what I love is, for the first time ever, they're in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It's this master chocolatier ballroom float. How cute is that? So don't miss the magic this Thanksgiving. Get some for your table and make sure you tune in to the parade to see their float.
I understand when you unwrap it, all the calories go away too.
That's what I heard that too. Yeah.
Please share a secret for looking great all the time, which you do.
Okay. It's 56 is hard, let me tell you. But years ago, my teenagers, of course, my teenage girls, they had me discover COSRX, or they discovered it. So you might have heard their snail mucin, their runway approved peptide formula. Well, now they are totally helping us out with tired eyes. It's the peptide collagen hydrogel eye patches. There I was at 6 a.m. Sorry about that. It works. It's low molecular collagen, niacinamide, caffeine. That little natural pink comes from vitamin B12. It lifts, it tightens, it depuffed my eyes. Listen, before your holiday party, use them, or after the holiday party as a reset. They were used at Paris Fashion Week. So if those runway models like them, then we like them as well. I love this product. I give it as gifts. You get it on Amazon.
Fantastic.
How about that?
It's great. How about a gift to spark creativity?
You seem like you're very creative, Dr. Marissa, and I think that you would like this, or the musician in your life will. It is the Aeroband Pocket Drum 2 Max. It lets you play anytime, anywhere. You walk around, drumming to yourself, and guess what? Nobody else is bothered. Isn't that amazing? The sound goes through your headphones or speakers. So you can be indoors. You could be in a public library for heaven's sakes, your dorm room. It's going to be quiet all around you. So it's designed for portability on the go. So the pedals, the drumsticks, the adapter, they're very lightweight. You can pack them up. It's so easy. And apparently it's very responsive for the drummer. I'm not a drummer, but just having that instantaneous sound, there's no delay. It's a very satisfying and thoughtful gift, and they're offering 25% off. All you have to do is go to Amazon or aeroband.net. Use the code BDBEAT5. That's BDBEAT5 for more.
Well, that's definitely good for those of us who live by the beat of a different drummer.
Now that one I got.
Like that.
Excellent. That was good.
You can use that too. Just make sure you give me credit.
I will always.
There's the creativity. I drank my creative juice this morning. Any final tips, Christine, for holiday must-haves you'd recommend?
Okay, I think you are going to love this, because my final tip is it doesn't cost anything.
Oh.
My teenage girls, we run in different, we're always crossing each other. So I'm going to be very intentional with my time. So I say I broke out a old fashioned notepad and made coupon cards like I used to when I was little. This entitles you to game night with mom and dad. This gets you your favorite, pasta at that Italian restaurant you love. It's all about just looking each other in the eye and disconnecting. Really, connection is what the holidays are all about. And so you can't put a price tag on that.
I love that. That's the best one for me. I still have one for a massage that I think I got when my kids were 4 and they're now 28. So I think I'm going to redeem that this year.
Is the place still in business? You need to find out.
No. It was a personal massage.
Okay.
Yeah, they just drove down from San Francisco. So I think I'm going to redeem it.
You need to. Self-care. That's important too.
Absolutely. And I love the looking right in the eye. That's what the season's all about. Love,
yes.
Connection. Where can we go for more information?
Do a deeper dive on all of these great products at tipsontv.com. That's tipsontv.com. You can learn more, order. Don't forget about that coupon code for your drums. And most importantly, thank you for having me. Have the best holiday.
You have the best holiday ever. May your carrots be sweet and your turkey be tender. Always great to see you, Christine.
You're amazing.
Have the best day ever.
Jump on. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome back. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News, CNBC News, NBC Sports Radio Station, AM 1050, FM 106.5, home to the Asian Oprah, number one talk in the IE. Thank you very much. And streaming everywhere, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and of course, my YouTube TV channel, where if you free subscribe and give me the finger, this one, not the other one, you will get access and alert every weekday morning where I come at you at 9 a.m. Pacific time and then go a week later to 8 a.m. on my NBC News Radio channel, which then goes to iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all the major platforms. So yes, I am everywhere. And I'm so glad that you've been with me 709 consecutive weeks. For those of you who don't do math anymore like me, we use calculators or ChatGPT. That is over 13 and a half years. So I'm really glad I'm still here. And I forgot to show you, this is a beautiful holiday. Now I got all my reindeers on. This was made in elementary school by my daughter's class. The teacher gave this to me for all the volunteering I did. So yeah, I'm really grateful that I had a chance to do that. If you're a mom, I always tell my moms, it's great to work. I know you love your career and I love you, what you do. First 6 years, if you can try to be a full-time mom, don't worry about your career. It will be there and you're going to do great. But that first 6 years, it's the joy for yourself. It's not even, it's for the kid, but me, I'm God or UPS man, and then self, and then others. So for yourself, the joy of the feeling you get when you volunteer in classes is tremendous. And then you get presents too. All right. Let's see. It's Monday. For those of you who don't really know what day it is, you had a little too much turkey maybe, and are still somewhat in that haze. I think when I was like marinating the turkey, I had to put my hands on that turkey a lot. I honestly, my hands felt like they were falling asleep. It's true that whatever that trick, whatever it is. All right, we're talking about maintaining your sanity. How do you maintain your sanity, especially during the holidays? Well, those of you who weren't here in the first half, go back and review that, because I think I hit on something that will definitely keep your sanity at the same level, if not higher. And that is, don't poke the animal. Don't try to convince someone who disagrees with you. Let go of the rope. Don't argue. If you're posting, don't try to convince someone who isn't agreeing with you what uh, uh, what you think. Don't say what you think unless you're being paid for it. That's my extreme. And then, yeah, that's interesting. I haven't thought about that. And that also is going to lead our country back into the United States. So one person at a time, one interaction at a time. That's what I do. All right. So that's one thing on maintaining sanity. What's another thing that will help you maintain your sanity? I think, that order thing, let's go through that a little. So I'm not religious. Those of you who know, I'm spiritual. I have a belief. I choose to believe in a friendly universe. Why? Because it feels better than believing that the universe is random and chaotic, and there isn't something behind the beauty that's out there. I don't know. Randomness and chaos does not bring beautiful ocean life that's under the sea, or the fact that above the sea, every single grain of sand is different. Every single drop of water is different. Every single butterfly is different. Every single one of us are different. There's got to be something like an energy, a positive energy that created that. So I choose to believe in a friendly universe. And when I choose to believe that the universe is conspiring for me and not against me, then my sanity, when bad things happen to me, I am not rocked off my boat or my life. And that is it is a real life changing switch, because 16 and a half, almost 17 years ago, I was not a happy camper 88% of the time. I grew up with the school of Snow White and Cinderella. And I thought, if I went to the right school, if I got the great job, if I had the money, if I had the status, if I had the significant other, if I had children, I should be happy, right? I should, and I shoulded. And it was a place, a very dark place, because I didn't believe in a friendly universe. I believed that I was being punished. I believed that the messages I got when I was young, that I was good for nothing, that I was a horrible daughter, that I was fat, ugly, and clumsy. And then, as very common, if you have childhood trauma like that, you pick mates who continue that trauma and continue to validate your BS, your own BS, that you're not worthy. And that is a horrible way to live. So, speaking of which, that's why I wrote this book. This book, 8 Ways to Happiness from Wherever You Are. You get a free audio book copy today for all Mondays. Just go to my website that I will bring up again, and just put your email address, and I give you that's your Asian Oprah giveaway, a free copy of that for you, because I want you to have it. And it is my Asian Oprah giveaway for the day. So if you grow up like that, it would make sense for you to say the universe is not friendly. And if then, even if you had a great childhood, you may say, the universe is not a friendly place. Look, otherwise there wouldn't be starvation going on. There wouldn't be war going on. There wouldn't be. And that's not on anybody else but our human decisions. Okay. We have free will. And so sometimes we do things, like I said, that are illogical, not common sense 12% of the time. And we have humans interacting with humans, and it's not always pretty. So you can either believe that we are in a hostile world and life sucks, because bad things happen. That book, well-meaning as it was, Why Do Bad Things Happen to Good People, planted in our minds, helped plant or not plant, but fertilized the BS, the belief system that bad things don't happen in life. And Lord knows, bad things happen to everybody, not just good people, not just bad people. That's life. Life is a series of events that happen, consequences to our own actions. Sometimes they're not even consequences, they just happen. And guess what? It is our choice on how we see those things. So if you want to have a modicum of sanity, quit thinking that you're being punished when bad things happen. Okay, quit thinking that the world is a horrible place and I don't want to bring children into it. That hurts my heart when I hear that. Or I hate the holidays. I just wish we could go to the other side. I get too sad about people that I loved in my life who are dead, and it's like, sorry, but people don't live forever. We will always have people that we love who are on the other side, and we will all go there. We come from love, we go back into love. And if you can just focus on the dash they were here and how they helped you learn something and bring those memories forth instead of, oh, I miss you. It's okay to feel sad, but don't marinate in it. Don't throw the baby holiday out with the bathwater because you're sad. Be sad, feel sad fully, and then feel happy because this is the season of joy. We just did the gratitude month. We're in a new month now. Let's choose, right? Our birthright to be happy 88% of the time. So you want some sanity? Don't buy into the random, chaotic, angry God that needs anger management classes. You can choose, right? You can choose for your life. What do you believe in? Does it feel better to believe in a punishing, angry God? If it does, go for it. It didn't work for me, but choosing to call the God of my understanding, my UPS man, universal power source, who delivers every morning when I pray and meditate, that works for me because I'm constantly looking for things that are delightful. And when I look for those things, law of attraction, they come to me. And when I celebrate the good, more good comes. You know, those checks that come from a lawsuit that you didn't know you were in, a class action suit, and it's like money, sometimes 20, sometimes I got 200 or 500 or whatever it is. Like, it's like, I love that. And the more I love that, I'll find money or it's what you choose to put in front of you, folks. Really, really, really. It's as simple as that. It's not easy. If you're a worry wart or if you're a Debbie Downer or whatever it is. Sorry, Debbie. My bonus sister's name is Debbie. That's not you. But when you choose to believe that everything's working out for you, the universe is always conspiring for you, you're going to look for that. Hopefully you're looking for evidence of that. And I know it works for me because I'll never forget. I was having a bad day, like a really bad day. I don't know if it was about the almost 3 million I lost in the divorce, probably that day. And I was I was on San Vicente Boulevard, and I swear that I had a UPS truck in front of me. And then if that wasn't good enough, I had one come behind me, and then I had another two come beside me. So I was boxed in the universal power source as evidenced by those trucks. And if you don't believe that, I don't care, because it happened and it's true, and I'm not exaggerating. And then if you don't think it's true, there is going to be a UPS cap at the front desk for me this week because when I was coming out of the gym, I ran into the UPS man who was putting the packages in the, what are they called? Anyways, the boxes that the package room. And so I told him, he was friendly. And so I said to him, I call my higher power God my UPS man, and I told Universal Power Source, and he goes, "Oh, that's great." He goes, I'm gonna bring you a hat, so for that." And I'm like, it's a what caught moment. What are the chances of that? Pretty high in my life, because I choose to believe that. So honestly, if you're at a low level of sanity, and you're trying to maintain sanity that is really just above zero, like you have very little sanity at all, because you start your morning, little tough love here, you start your morning doing this, which is MS, meaningless scrolling, and you're gonna notice things that are angry. You're gonna notice things in the news that are shocking and negative, because if it bleeds, it leads. And those producers are out there to give you the case of the 4 A's, because why? Anger, aggravation, afraid, and annoyed, is anxious, are the 4 A's to keep you tuned into the news that they chose to show you. And it will always be negative. It will always ignite in you, except for that last little bit in the news hour, which I stretched into a whole show. You will always be not sane. The whole point of the headlines is to lead you to say, what's wrong with people? Or the world is going to hell in a handbasket. Do you want to wake up that way? You choose your level of sanity. That's the Happy 88 tip for the second half of the show. So don't poke the animal. And what do you believe? Do you believe that you're one of a kind, wonderful, which you are? Do you believe that you're loved, and lovable, and wrapped in a warm blanket of worthiness? You are. If you don't, and you think you're just a random blip, or that you just follow rules by a punishing entity or a Santa Claus, sanity maybe on your reach. I don't want sanity, to be honest. I don't want sanity. I don't want to live my life in common sense. That's boring for me. I want to live with the expectation I'm satisfied with what is, and I'm eager for what is coming. That's Abraham Hicks' law of attraction. If you want a free way to feel good about your life, you start YouTube free. I listen every day when I'm driving, because it makes me feel good. That is my guiding principle for maintaining sanity, is I choose the best feeling thought moment by moment. It matters to me if I feel good or bad, and I want to feel good 88% of the time. And then I'm more than sane. Maybe I'm a little insane in a positive way. I do know that the guys at the station are laughing, because I'm the only host that doesn't need a guest. And I'm out of time again. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Desiree. Oh, she has a comment here. Thanks for joining me and playing too. Me too. All right. Not the Me Too movement, but me too in the choices. And I'm so glad. And I hope all of y'all, whether you're listening now or later, make that choice. You have a birthright to happiness. Choose it, because life is way too short to think that it sucks. It's all about balance. Peace in, peace out, world peace through, inner peace. Now go and have the best day. Ever. I will see you tomorrow.